Posted by you/throwaway I'm scared 999. I'm sorry if the grammar in this post is all over the place, it's late here, and I'm kind of freaking out. For the sake of privacy, I, 18F, am going to call my boyfriend Ryan, 19M, and the guy who messaged me Craig, 34M. For background, I've been with Ryan for 6 months, and I thought the relationship was fun and great. Now to get right into it, I was browsing social media before bed when Facebook alerted me that a non-friend was requesting to send me a message. Curious, I opened it up and was greeted with a shock. Craig, the guy almost twice my age, said, "So, I heard you two are into couple swapping, etc. Hee. I was so creeped out and just replied, "What?" He said, "You both are all over a site for that." Not trying to be a creep at all or odd about it, this would be our first time doing anything like that. I asked him, "Can you send me screenshots of that stuff?" Sorry if I sound rude, I don't think you're creepy, it's just that as far as I know, my partner and I aren't on any sites for swapping or anything else intimate. He stopped replying after that. It's late, and Ryan isn't picking up his phone. I think that someone might have taken our images and put them on some sort of intimate meetup website, and I have no clue what the etc. entailed. Since we were contacted by a man in his 30s, the site must say that we're older than the 18-19-year-old kids we are. I'm also scared because Craig's profile says that he is from the same city as Ryan and I, so whatever site we're on has our relative location on it. Maybe Ryan has something to do with it? I want to know how I should proceed from here, please help. Edit. So after posting this last night, I was exhausted and fell asleep. Craig messaged me again a half hour ago and then stopped responding. I'm hoping for screenshots soon. Craig, sorry, I was asleep. I'll try to find that stuff, but my wife and I deleted our profile. Me, yeah, sorry about this mess. I don't know how this could happen unless there were bots or my boyfriend was trying to cheat on me. Craig, no, he wasn't trying to cheat. The profiles had both of you. At this point, I'm afraid it's Ryan. I don't want it to be. He won't answer my texts. Edit. Something I didn't make clear in the original post is that the first message from Craig was from early January. I hadn't seen it until last night because my Facebook settings only alert me to messages from people who aren't my friends or to whom I haven't given permission to talk to me when I'm in the app or on the website. Last night was the first time I had gone on Facebook in about a month. At this point, I'm just waiting to hear back from Ryan. I'm leaning towards Craig being just some creep, but Ryan's silence is becoming increasingly worrying. I still am going to check swinger sites to make sure none of my pictures are being used. I will update again when this is all figured out. Commenter. As a couple that regularly participates in swinging sites, this kind of behavior is incredibly common. A guy gets off on intimate chats and fantasizes about either three-ways or swapping. So, he'll create a profile without his significant other's knowledge and pretend to be swingers so he can chat with real swingers. It's incredibly frustrating for real swingers, and unfortunately, it's incredibly common. These fake profiles are pretty easy to figure out after some experience. The way it usually happens is we start chatting with a couple. After a couple of days, we realize that we have only communicated with the male half. We then ask for the two women to voice verify via phone or Skype so we know both couples are who they say they are. The guy then ghosts or deflects back to intimate chatting. A reverse image search often leads to their Facebook profiles, or searching their email, names, and location. Regardless, it's easy enough to find them since most guys that do this aren't exactly careful. At that point, a decision is made. Either we're pissed off enough at the guy that will contact his significant other over Facebook and rat him out, or we just make a note and move on. We actually busted my cousin's best friend's fiancé doing this. We tracked down the guy's Facebook profile, found he was a mutual friend with our cousin, and then discovered he was engaged to our cousin's best friend. As we suspected, she didn't know he was doing this. So, as a couple who have been on the other end of this, we're leaning towards your boyfriend being a creep rather than this being a scam. Ops response. How should I approach him about this? I don't have any evidence besides the messages from Craig. Commenter's response. It is difficult. He has the trusty fallback that real swingers keep in our pocket if anyone were to stumble across our profile on the site. Oh crap, someone stole our pics and made a fake profile. And yeah, it never happens. If people steal pics, it's not vanilla pics from Facebook. Unless you two are Ken and Barbie with very open pictures on Facebook, your pics weren't stolen. So, you need cooperation from Craig. You need to know which site he found you on and create a fake profile on that site and find other profiles in your area. Chances are you will stumble across the suspected account. Also, browse the ads on Craigslist and see if any of the pics or descriptions match you guys. But really, without Craig's help, there's nothing you can do besides snooping on internet history on all PCs and phones. Hopefully, Craig will cooperate. Swingers are big on honesty and consent, it's what differentiates us from cheaters. So hopefully, he'll give you the details out of a sense of morality. Update 1. Thank you so much again, all of you have made this day easier. Also, I want to mention that I hope I never came across as shaming the swinging community. Everyone from that community was so kind and helpful. My problem with all of this wasn't that the concept of swinging was scary, just the fact that my information and photos were being used without my knowledge. Ryan ended up texting me that he wanted to see me. I got a bad vibe, so I asked him to call me instead. You all were right, it was him. Apparently, the fantasy of swinging was a special kink for him, and he used those sites to get off. I couldn't find the profiles on any sites because he had listed our ages as 23-24, and I had been searching for couples 18-19. Craig couldn't find our information because when Ryan received my text last night, he went into damage control mode and deleted everything. He had used inappropriate photos of me to lure people into chatting with him. I'm young and relatively attractive, so I guess I was good bait. I threatened to call and tell my dad, who is a sheriff, about all of this if he didn't take down all of it. I'm meeting him at a coffee shop tomorrow to look through his phone and laptop to ensure all my photos are gone. Needless to say, we're done. Craig said he was sorry and that he didn't want to speak with me ever again, and that he and his wife were only interested in swinging because they thought Ryan and I were hot. I still don't know how he found me on Facebook, and he stopped responding, so I blocked him. Today was kind of a crappy day. Commenter. Up, I read your updates, and I am so sorry that this has happened to you. Needless to say, I think it was very good that you firmly decided not to give him another chance. I just feel that I have to say one more thing, I would tell your dad it anyway. Even if Ryan shows you an empty phone and an empty laptop, you have no idea if he's made a backup somewhere, such as on an extra hard drive or a cloud service. Besides, your photos were out on the internet for who knows how long. There's a big chance that someone else has these photos on their computer now. There's a reason why posting images of unknowing participants is illegal. I recommend that you tell your dad and report Ryan. Ops response. Yeah, I'll definitely talk to my dad. It's going to be an awkward conversation, but you're right. Ryan did something terrible to me, and who knows whose photos he's stolen.